Welcome everybody. Today we're going to continue the series on why you're not getting a job right now. You're not spacing out for applications. You are concentrating the amount of applications or when you send applications to particular time frames or time ranges that do not expose you towards the full potential of the job market. What I mean by this is you always want to be invested or involved in the job market a little bit. The same principle that follows that you can't time the stock market. You're not smarter than the market, right? So they call it dollar cost averaging. And the idea is basically you want to constantly be in the market, not just try to time it like, oh, I'm going to put all my money in Microsoft on April 5th, that sort of stuff, right? No, you want to be constantly buying. So this is a similar principle, but regarding the job market, right? So instead of, oh, I'm just going to send 200 applications, but I'm going to send them in 2 days. I send 100 applications on Thursday, another 100 applications on Friday, and that's it. Oh, I said 200 applications, never heard back from anybody. Why is this a problem? Because it's the same logic as the stock market. You don't know what the state of the market is when you send out those applications. You also don't know how old those job listings are really. But beyond that, you don't know how fresh those openings are. You don't know your place in queue. So maybe next Monday, some new positions opened up. And if you had applied on Monday, instead of being number 100 on the queue, you'd be number 29, something like that, which is pretty reasonable. The application is fresh. It's a new company. They're in a rush to hire somebody, but you missed that chance. You missed that chance because you fixated, instead of the distribution of the applications that you did, you focus on the number of applications. Number of applications still matters. Obviously, if you send 5 applications per day every day, it's better than sending 1 application per day every day. It's not that all the other factors all of a sudden disappear and this is the silver bullet to land jobs or to get interviews. It's that it's a factor that almost nobody discusses and it has a big impact. This is almost a way to fight the ghost job listings, but it's actually separate because even if those job listings didn't exist, this would still help. Assuming that all job listings in the market were 100% real, there's still, let's say, like a freshness factor. You want to go in fresh, you want to be in front of the queue, being in the top 30 applicants for that position does make a difference.
Hey, Rolf here. If you found the content of this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow and get the word out to more people about job stacking. Thanks.
Right now, the problem with the job market is the pipelines are clogged. The old ways that connected employers or recruiters with candidates, they're completely destroyed by the slop of AI, resumes, AI mass application tools. Again, for the 100th time, I do not recommend using those tools. By definition, what they do is just spam. What you have to understand is that with job stacking, you're running a business and your employers are your clients, but you want high quality clients and you don't get high quality clients by spamming, okay? Spamming works when you're selling trash on principle. But materially on the ground, it doesn't work because the recruiters are getting flooded by trash, which makes them go with the first 5 resumes that they see. This is the logic of why you want to have higher quality applications. This advice works for you even if you have 2 jobs right now. Eventually, you do want to go back to always be applying ABA. You want to always be on the lookout for new clients because jobs are not like they used to be where they were very stable. That's no longer the case right now. Even if you have a good job, there's so much uncertainty or changes in the market. I lost a job 1 year ago. The guy that interviewed me for the job, he was my direct manager. It was great. Like, he was a good manager. He was the one that had the plan for me on that particular team. Then he got a better job and then came in this new guy. He didn't understand that I was kind of like still new. The technical domain was that complicated. But this new guy comes in, he sees that my title is senior, whatever. Then he sees that I'm not necessarily senior, like I'm senior in the abstract, but I'm still new at this job. He doesn't even give me a chance. He lasts for like a month or so, and then I just lost that job.
You're fired!
Nothing changed with me, not even the business changed. It was literally just my boss. That's one thing that can change. Then the other thing that can cause problems is like if your company gets bought up by some other company, economic downturn, the investors are not happy with their profit margins, so they demand layoffs. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to tell you it's good to remind you that, hey, just because you're job stacking doesn't mean that you should rest on your laurel and forget about ABA. You still need to taking the pulse of the job market here and there, just so you're not never caught unprepared. Or even replace one of your jobs, you also have to be exposed to the upside of just finding a great catch. In fact, job stacking is possible because those easy remote jobs are still quite plentiful. There's no autopiloting. You need a strategy. You need to know what you're doing. Keep tabs on the pulse of the market so that you know what's going on. And in case you need to make a pivot, you need to make a change or add a new job, replace a job that you have, you're already prepared. And again, one of the best things that you can do is just application time averaging. Just think the same as the stock market. You want to have a little bit of investment all the time in the job market.